Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Sheila with Impact with Sheila Vandegraaff. I'm so excited to be part of this amazing journey. I hope you are learning, I hope you're enjoying, I hope you're sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing. So today we want to talk about something very, very important, and all of us are victims. All of us. No one is left out. Procrastination. I want to talk about procrastination on a serious note. Why we are all victims and how to overcome procrastination. I was supposed to post this video last year, but then I have so many excuses. There was COVID, then I got COVID, then I had schoolwork, then transferring into a new country, adapting to a new country, then winter came by, then like all of us, we have our own excuses. So winter came by and there was Christmas holiday, and as if no one else has those. That's how procrastination works for us. And this video was supposed to, apart from even like today, I've taken like 8 hours to have this video, or like it's been, this monster called procrastination. And I want you guys to take a minute and just go to the comment section and comment on some of the things you have procrastinated, because I'm going to highlight some of them. One, I know somebody somewhere right now has been procrastinating on going to the gym to stay healthy, starting to run, starting to eat healthily. And the procrastination has been so big that, we keep on saying we'll do it tomorrow. And do you know guys, tomorrow never comes. That's like the ultimate secret. Oh, it's not a secret. It will never come, because you'll keep on convincing yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. I know somebody somewhere is just seated watching this and saying, oh, I'll start tomorrow. Okay? Or maybe I think this procrastination is very important and we need to talk about it. There's somebody somewhere who probably by now will be having a cure for COVID-19, or a cure for the world diseases and the world hungers and climate change, but they're somewhere doing Netflix and Friends, watching movies, one movie after the other, and keep on convincing themselves, oh, I'll start it tomorrow. I'll start it tomorrow. Tomorrow will never come. That's a sad reality, unfortunately. Or probably there's some people right now we'll be doing our best of dresses by going shopping for the best of dresses, because your wedding will be in a month's time, or 2 months time, or 3 months time. But we are procrastinating. Or maybe let's bring it home. Some of you right now will be going for gender reveal or baby shower because your baby is on the way. But we keep on procrastinating. And I've had a lot of people my age or my friends saying that God's timing. Yes, God's timing, but you also have to consider that you're getting old. You're getting old. Anyway, everyone has their own timing. But let it be guided by set objectives, set timing, and not just procrastinating, because tomorrow will never come. I know people right now watching this and saying, oh, I'd promised myself that I'll start my PhD program, or I promised myself that I'll start the application for getting masters, or I promised myself that I'll start going to school, or I'll go back to school, or I'll start application for a new job. You've been admiring jobs, you've been admiring your friends moving to other levels of career progression, and you're saying, oh, I'll start applying tomorrow, I'll start applying for the job tomorrow, or I'll ask a friend to help me tomorrow. And tomorrow is so convincing. We say like tomorrow. Unfortunately, that tomorrow will never come. So I want us to do some practice. Go into the comment section and just share with me some of the things you are like you are supposed to do last year. Or let's make it simpler. You are to do it 2019. And you've been postponing it, or 2020, or you were supposed to do it yesterday. Let's make it, you're supposed to do it yesterday, but you're saying you'll do it today. Have you done it? Go to the comment section and just comment. Be as free as you can, just as engaging as you can, make it as fun as you can, because I'm a big victim. People think that, they look at me and they see my life and they're like, oh, she's so focused. Guys, I always have this section. It's this section, a quote that I console myself with, that I work very well under pressure. I know we are so many of us who normally say, oh, don't worry. If the deadline is coming by like maybe in 2 weeks' time, I'll start working on that, whatever the deadline is, probably 3 days or 4 days to the deadline. 4 days is a lie, maybe 2 days to the deadline. And I keep on saying, oh, don't worry, I work very well under pressure. My sister, my brother, that's procrastination. I'm a victim, don't be lied to. I'm a serious victim. And every day is a learning session for me. I am also learning on how to overcome procrastination. And that's why I thought it wise. Why don't I share what I do, have been able to go about it, even to understand what is procrastination, because majority don't even understand what procrastination is. So just to take time and understand what's this procrastination. Are we victims? We are all victims. And you'll understand why. In a few minutes time, you'll understand why. So procrastination is divided into 2 ways. We have the discipline procrastination in terms of deadline procrastination. let me use the word that is closer home. Deadline, where procrastination is inclined to deadline, and where procrastination has no deadline. Where it has no deadline, that's where we fall. A lot of us fall into where there is no deadline, but I fall into it too. So, why do you think that procrastination is important? We need to discuss more about procrastination. The reason why we need to discuss a lot about procrastination is some of us are living a life that we were never meant to live. We are living in the current life that had we taken a step forward on those ideas, those amazing ideas we have in our mind, we'll be very, very far. Had we taken just a step to open that document and start writing that, personal statement, opening that document and just improving on your CV, opening that document and writing that book you've wanted to write, or starting that YouTube channel that you've wanted to start, or just making that step of, approaching that beautiful lady, approaching that guy and telling him, hey, I like you, we'll be getting married in a few months' time. Or just, that moment that you say, I want to do it, and you start doing it, will be very far. So majority of us, we are living a life that was never meant to be. Like, if we had to take a step of faith, which I'm equally a victim. I was supposed to have started this journey of so recently I moved to the US, and it's been an awesome journey. I miss home so much. Shout out to Kenya, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. But adapting in the US has not been, it's amazing. The country is amazing and all that. But like as any other places, you have 1,001 reasons, 1,000,000 reasons not to start. We could be having those reasons. Either you've just given birth, or you've just gotten into a new job, you lost your job and you don't know where to start from, or you lost a friend. We have so many excuses. So these excuses, when they pile up, they create fear, they create some level of anxiety, they create uncertainties, and we convince ourselves. Our brain normally doesn't want us to stretch. So the moment we start thinking about that step of making a change, our brain tells us, relax this time. So we tend to live a life that is not meant to be. I want us to again take a minute, again in the comment section, if you are to implement that life you've been thinking about, that business you are to start, that degree you are to enroll for, okay, that lady you are to approach, that man you are to reach out to. Even ladies reach out to guys. Yeah, let's not lie to ourselves. Or that opportunity that you let pass by. If you were to go for it, can we imagine where our lives would be right now? Can you imagine, just for a second, we will be very far. But you know what? There's still time. But there's no time for tomorrow. Time is now. Don't lie to yourself. There's time to start it now. There's time to start it now. And that's the reason why we're going to talk about the how to overcome procrastination. One, it's because procrastination presents itself in two ways. We have the deadlines and we have the non-deadlines that I mentioned earlier. So deadlines, we have, you know that you're supposed to start, let's take an example, you're supposed to start your master's, and it's a 3-year master's, and in between you have to take some courses, you have to do some quizzes, you have to do exams, you have to do thesis. And let's work on thesis. Probably you know that you need to work on your thesis for 6 months. Then a person like me will put a very nice outline how I should do it weekly, my weekly output, what I need to do, how to engage with my professor, some of the research I need to work on. But procrastination always kicks in. Then we start rushing on the very last week. When it's almost time to deadline, my brain works like 10 times. So I like it, but it doesn't help me with my mental health. It doesn't help me. I think and I know that if I had given a lot of my work more time, I'll be so far. I'll be so far. So the deadline procrastination, you know that you're supposed to do something, but you give it, you keep on saying, I still have 10 hours. Okay. Then as you go, you open your computer, you click on, that topic, you immediately see, Netflix has released another movie. They're like, 10 hours, let me take 1 hour to check on how the progress of China, what has China invented, the progress of, so we keep on getting diverted, and then our phones, social media, and before we realize we have 1 hour, and that's the time you start to press on and work your way in and out, and so the deadline procrastination. Somehow we are victims, but there are some who are better off. Them, they don't have that problem of the deadline procrastination. They have it all worked out. The part that we are all victims is the non-deadline. Non-deadline is a situation whereby no one has set a deadline for you. No one has set a deadline. It's you to wake up and work your life. Let me give you a real example. I knew very well that I needed to, stay healthy. I needed to stay healthy because I have a knee problem that I had to work out. I'm not supposed to have a certain, weight and all that. So I knew that the more I was eating unhealthily, the more I was not going for exercise or just keeping my body in shape, I knew that either I would get other related diseases, or I would injure my knee further, but did I have deadline? No one had set a deadline for me, so here I am, living out my life. But then one day it occurred to me that I need to work on my health. I started going to the gym by 6 a.m. I'm always in the gym, always. I try as much as possible, go to the gym. I try as much as possible to eat as healthy as I can. At times I do intermittent fasting. Another example, I knew that I was supposed to continue with my studies in the US, but I've procrastinated on this for the longest time. I was like, should I start? Should I not? And here we are in the US, and it's a beautiful journey. It's amazing. I wish, and that's why we always cry, I wish I did this like 10 years ago. I wish I did this like 5 years ago. Let's not fall victims of I wish. Another example that I'd love to share with you, and many people always come and tell me, oh, Sheila, how do I start on my career? How do I get employed? And we procrastinate on this because either you have other ways of earning income, or you're staying with your family, or you know. So we don't have deadlines on some of the things. We don't have deadlines on when we get married, or for single people like us. We have no deadlines for when we get babies. We have no deadline on when we, I mean, your timing is best, but it's also good to put it in a practical way. Like, by this let us set our own timelines. I've sat with people who have beautiful ideas, who have amazing ideas that can change the world. But what do? They sit on the ideas and they say tomorrow will come. Tomorrow. And because it has no deadline, that tomorrow never comes. Unfortunately, that tomorrow somehow disappears into the sky. So we need to know that procrastination is real. We need to know that procrastination is like setting us aside, like, you know, procrastination is making us lose a lot of opportunities, unfortunately. Then we also have people I know, who I'm talking to right now, who know very well that there's a project that has been pressing them. They have the knowledge, they have the resources, they have the support, but they fear starting it. And by creating fear, they decide to procrastinate. Like, fear comes with some level of procrastination. My dear sister, my dear brother, I want to challenge you that even if you don't do it, the fear will still be there. It will not go away. The fear will be with us for the rest of our lives. It's part and parcel of us. And if you can watch my previous video I did on how to overcome fear, you'll see that it is real. It's part and parcel. So by you not doing it, it doesn't mean that the fear will disappear somehow. We'll still have the fear within us. It's part and parcel. I don't know how it came to be part and parcel of human being, but it will always be with us, whether we decide to do that thing or whether we'll not. And the unfortunate thing is that time will keep on rolling. No time waits for no one. So we need to including myself. I'm a total victim to procrastination. But I've also had opportunities to remodel myself. I've had opportunities to go out, do some research, understand how people who are in my same situation, who are wearing my same shoes, how they've managed to overcome procrastination. No, but I have tips, I have learned ways to work within those parameters that have enabled me to somehow work around procrastination, and somehow saying that I am in bits beating procrastination. I'm in bits working around procrastination, and hopefully within a short period of time, I'll be able to say, yes, I'm a victim of procrastination, or I have a habit. Actually, the right word to say is I have a habit to procrastinate. But when I work myself out, I can do amazing things. So I am going to, in the second part of this video, I'm going to share with you some of the tips, some of the tricks, some of the things that I've learned through reading, through engaging, through sharing, that have enabled me to be a better person, that has enabled me to be able to work on my deadlines and non-deadlines engagement, that have enabled me to reach out to as many people as I can. Because let's face it, procrastination is real. Procrastination is real, and it's affecting us in the most negative way. It's not even anything that we should be laughing about. It's not even anything that we should be smiling about. But I mean, we all are a victim, and if we can work together and work against this procrastination, I know tomorrow will be a better day for you, because you decided to start it today. You started it now. Let's go over to the tips and tricks that I've been using to help me stop or to help me overcome procrastination. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking, and thank you for your amazing comments. I want to see those comments, and please share with me how you've managed to overcome your procrastination habits. I want to read them. I want us to share those your beautiful ways to overcome procrastination. I want to, let's hold each other's hand. Let's impact. Let's build each other, because we cannot succeed in this life alone. We need each other to succeed. We need all of us to succeed. So when you beat procrastination, we beat a lot of things that couldn't have happened if we decided not to take action. Thank you guys, and thank you for being part of this wonderful journey. Love you all. Bye.